Hello and welcome to a redo video on our Mantis Q40 from our Mantis Q40 series. The reason we're redoing this one is because there have been significant updates to both the Mantis and the host device software. So I wanted to do a new video. Most of us are connecting our Mantises, or a lot of people are connecting Mantises to iPhones, and that's the device we're going to demo today on how to connect. But it should be noted that the Mantis can be utilized with a computer using JAWS or NVDA, or it can even be used on a Mac utilizing VoiceOver on a Mac device. So as long as there's a screen reader on the host device to kind of drive your Mantis, you're able to use it with another device. But let's just rewind for a quick second and talk about what a host device is. A host device is the device that's doing the majority of the heavy lifting. So your host device is connecting to the internet. It's hosting the word processing. It's doing most of the things. It's saving. It's where the files are saved. Your Mantis is just the display. It's displaying the braille. It's entering the text. So the two devices are working together to sort of as a team. So they both have something to contribute to the partnership. So the host device, in this case, as I noted, we're going to look at pairing an iPhone in this case. So what I want to do is to go through how you would do that on the Mantis and then how you would do that on the iPhone as well. I'm going to actually be running VoiceOver at the same time. I'm going to try very hard not to speak over the VoiceOver. It is a very bad habit that I have, but I'm going to make an effort to not do that. So please excuse me if I do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the Mantis is on, I'm in the main menu, it says editor, I'm going to press T to go to terminal. And I'm going to press enter or cursor router. And it's going to give me some options. It's going to say connect device, add Bluetooth device, or close. Those are probably the ones you're going to see first. So I'm going to do add a device because this is a new device to the Mantis. So I'm going to press enter. And it's going to say activate the device in your the Mantis in your device's Bluetooth settings. So this is where we wait and we change to our iPhone. So I'm going to unlock it. And before, I'm actually going to make this a little slower.
50%, 45%.
So that should help some.
Settings, back button, settings, back.
So now I'm in my settings.
Apple account, sign in to access your iCloud data, the App Store.
Okay, and I'm going to try to remember to silence my VoiceOver. So I'm going to go down to where it says Bluetooth.
Airplane, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. On button.
And I'm going to double tap.
Connect to accessories you can use for activities such as streaming music, making phone calls.
Okay, so I'm going to, my Bluetooth is on. I know it is.
Bluetooth, switch button, on.
And I'm going to come down.
Toggle setting.
Oops.
This iPhone is discoverable as 11 devices, heading.
Okay, so devices, heading. So I should hear.
In progress. Mantis Q40. 6502110.
And that is what I want. So I'm going to double tap.
Mantis Q40. 6502101000178. Connecting button.
And you probably heard it say like a little bonk, and the braille display made some noise as well. So that kind of gives me a clue that I'm connected. So to check that, I'm going to use my next thumb key.
More info button.
And I can hear
other devices in progress.
That it is connected to my iPhone because as I move among the areas of my press my thumb keys, it's moving the VoiceOver cursor.
Heading.
So that's perfect. It's connected. There's another thing that I wanted to kind of just touch on with regard to connecting to your devices. And I'm going to
Screen
disconnect from my iPhone right now by pressing, so let's pretend I'm done. I've done whatever I'm going to do on my iPhone with my Mantis. I'm going to disconnect it by pressing just my menu button on the front, my home key, that round menu. And when I do that, it'll say USB connection on my Braille display on my Mantis or something else. So it'll take me out of it. So I can kind of now do this as usual, as normal, and it's not connected anymore. To reconnect is pretty easy. So I'm going to open my
11:45 a.m.
iPhone. So to reconnect with my phone unlocked, I'm going to go back to terminal by pressing T, enter, and depending on where I left off, I can find my new device. It'll say I can go through connect device. So I found the connect device, enter, and it's going to give me options. USB connection, I don't want to do that. I want to find, and here's the name of my iPhone. I'm going to press enter, and
11:46 a.m.
when I woke my iPhone up, it connected.
11:46
And I need,
a.m.
in order for it to do anything, I need to unlock my
Try
iPhone.
again.
Try again, yeah, I know.
Show notification calendar, Thursday, April 9. Photos,
So
camera,
I'm pressing my next
double
key.
notes, clock, 11:4 settings. Double tap to open.
So it is going through these. So now again, I'm going to lock my iPhone and I'm going to disconnect from it. Sometimes what you need to do if the connection is not successful, or if there are too many connections, if your Mantis has connected to a lot of devices, it has a limit of about 5 at a time. But if you've used many, or if you have friends that have used it, or if it's being loaned to you, sometimes it doesn't connect right, you may need to disconnect your device or make the Mantis forget the device. So I'm going to go through that very quickly. Anything controlling Bluetooth devices is no longer done through terminal anymore, because this isn't just connecting a device and disconnecting a device or turning it off and on. This is actually messing with the settings. So now I've gone ahead, I'm going to go ahead and press my main menu button. It says editor. I'm going to press the letter S on my keyboard and press cursor routing to open my settings. It says user settings, so I'm going to press my next thumb key until I get to Bluetooth. And here it is, enter. And it says first, it says Bluetooth on, good to know. And then it's gonna give me some options. It's gonna say pair automatic, or audio device is the first thing. And there's a reason to do that. That's in order to get the speech only comes through audio Bluetooth devices. There's no auxiliary jack here. So anyway, my point being that. So I'm going to keep going. And it says connect device. And this is where is another place you could connect a new Bluetooth device. The next one is disconnect device. So this would be if you want to disconnect one. And this next option is delete a device. If you wanted to delete a connection or delete a connected device, it's actually delete paired devices, what it actually says. So delete paired device is that option. And then the next option is back. So if I wanted to delete a paired device, suppose I couldn't get these to jive correctly, or it says it was connected, but it wasn't actually doing anything, this is where you would delete it. So I'm going to use my previous thumb key, and where it says delete device, I'm going to press enter, and it's going to give me the name of my iPhone, And were I to press enter here, and I'm going to go ahead actually, it says device unpaired, which means it was deleted. So it won't pick this device up anymore. In order to successfully reset, what you need to do
11:50 a.m.
is I'm going to unlock my phone.
50%.
Oh, stop. I'm just going to go to my settings.
Photos, camera, notes, clock, settings. This iPhone is just my devices. Heading.
So I'm finding my
This
devices.
iPhone, my device. F Mantis Q40. 65021010017 Not connected button.
So this is how you would forget it. So I'm going to swipe down,
More info.
more info, and double tap.
Forget this device button.
And here we have forget this device.
Alert. Forget device.
And
button.
it's gonna ask me again
Settings. Back button.
to make sure that that's what I want. So now I've forgotten both devices. And if I wanted to retry, I would want to restart the Mantis and restart the iPhone as well, so that they're both of their memories are sort of cleared out, so that you can restart the whole process again if you've had some unsuccessful connections. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I know it's a lot to process when you talk about Bluetooth, but really it's a lot of practice, back and forth, and it's really overall an improved experience as compared to what it had been in the past. So I hope this has been helpful. Please like, subscribe. Thanks again, and have a great day.